Hello everyone, hope you are all doing good. In this video, I am going to talk about how to capture background logs from A7672 module. So what is background log? Basically, when you encounter any kind of field conditions, it can be related to the network, stack related issues. All we need to find out what is the root cause of it. So this Cat Studio tool will help to capture the background log, and that background log will give us the idea what is the root cause of the failure. Okay, so for this demonstration, I'll be using A7672 module, which is connected to the PC. What you need is 7672 module direct USB interface. So the direct USB interface to the PC should be there with the help of a data cable. Okay, so and the Simcom will provide you a couple of distributed packages like a Cat Studio tool directory like this, Simcom USB driver, and the Simcom serial toolkit. Okay, this is the Simcom serial toolkit where you can script all your commands and you can run it here. It is just a serial tool, just like term real term, and this toolkit helps to execute this command. You can put delays and you can script those commands here, so it's a quite handy tool for you. So Simcom can provide you this and a Cat Studio tool as well as a Simcom USB driver. So what you need to do is to first upgrade the USB driver. Once you upgrade your USB driver properly, your device manager should show you USB-AT port and USB diagnostic port like this. Okay. Once this upgrade is successfully, and then let's go back to the Cat Studio again. Cat Studio is basically cellular analysis tool. As I mentioned, this will capture the background log, including the network logs and application layer logs. Let's open this Cat Studio now. The Cat Studio opened like this. It will give you two options to generic target offline, generic target online. We have to select online since we are taking a runtime log from the module. If the log has already been taken and want to get analysis, then we have to click on this offline option. Now for this, we'll click on this online option. The new window will pop up. So we have to understand this Cat Studio. This in this video we are doing this Cat Studio log taking activity with the AT command firmware. The same Cat Studio you can do with this Open SDK firmware as well. The same Cat Studio tool you can utilize for the Open SDK log capturing activity that we will take up in the next video. But for this video we will focus on the AT command firmware. You can see here it will take some moment of time because this Cat Studio is a quite heavy loaded application. It is basically loading the database and it is trying to get synchronized with the module. Okay, so there is a database file which has to be synchronized with the module properly. Now as you can see that the Cat Studio is open now. It is started communicating with the module since my module is active now. What I can see here in the right side, it's a logger option. In this logger option, the Cat Studio has selected this device as a device 1 automatically, so you don't have to select the device 0. It is device 1 which is automatically selected. Okay, in this device 1 you find that this red dot option is there. This indicates that the database which is running inside the module is not synchronized with the Cat Studio tool. So what you need to do is to upgrade the database of the Cat Studio with the firmware which is already running inside the module. How to do this? You have to click on this update option. In this update option you will find this browse option where you can select the database. So click on this, go to the firmware which is running inside the module. Here this is the firmware which is running inside the module. So as you can see that I'm selecting a database file, which it is a MDB file, Microsoft database file. So this is selected now. I click on update all option. The database has been updated. This exception will come. The database updates indicates that the database is updated now. Click on OK and click on close. Once you click on close, the loading database window will come, and it will start loading the database, actual database. Once it gets successful, you will find this red dot turns green. So let's wait for a moment till it gets turned green. My model is still active. It is communicating with the PC. Okay, till that moment of time we will look at this serial port tool. So serial port tool, basically you have to send some AT commands to understand and reproduce the issue. As you can see in the background, this this red dot has turned green, means the database has been upgraded now. Now what you need to do is start capturing the log and reproduce the problem condition. You may be dealing with the network issue, registration issue, or HTTP communication issue, MQTT communication issue. All these things you can capture here. So you can script your AT command, or you can just type this AT command here as well and enter. So this will start, this Cat Studio will in the background will start capturing the log. I'll start with this. I always recommend to start with this AT command. What is the firmware is running inside the model, like this. Okay, let me first open this home port. Here it goes, the firmware information. And the second command, you should always do this cfun equal to 0, which I'm switching off the radio, and cfun equal to 1, switching on the radio. Why this is required, switching off and on the radio? Because we should always start with the process of network registration. So allow module to register with the network, and then we will find out what happens after that. After registering with the network, what happens after that? It may be the registration issue, or it may be a stack level issue. So is always start with the network registration first. So that's why I refresh the RF of the module, radio of the module, with the cfun equal to 0 and 1. And then after this, followed by your AT command sets. Whatever the AT commands that you sequence that you are following, you just go ahead and follow the sequence. And let the problem comes again. You may find some error conditions, error codes. Let it come again. Maybe you can give it a 3-4 times try, so that the multiple times error code appears here, and this Cat Studio will be able to capture those error codes properly. So once you are sure that the problem condition has been reproduced properly, close this, as well as close this Cat Studio tool with this stop option. Okay, once this is done, you need to export the log. So export, there is an export option here. Click on this. You will find this option to select the directory where you want to export the log. So this directory where I am keeping all the logs is already selected. Log description, you can mention a meaningful name. What is this log about? Maybe it can be registration issue, like this. I will mention output file name will be there with a local timestamp, and this it will be stored in this log directory. I'll click on this output O. It will start exporting the log. Once this is done, you can see this in this log directory. This log has been captured, like this. What you have to do is to forward this log to SIMCOM, this log, and also capture this responses, AT command responses, this sequence, and this Cat Studio log. These two things you should forward to the SIMCOM, so that we can help you to analyze what is the root cause of the problem. If we have to do some improvements in the firmware, we will do it for you, or we will give you the advice like how to fix the problem through some AT commands, configurations, like that, right? So this concludes its Cat Studio log capturing activity. Hope this is helpful for everyone. If you encounter any issue, do let me know. I'll help you out further. Thank you for watching this video. Good day.